Hey guys, this is Mel, and I'm here to do a surprise video specifically about Arrow. More so, the 4 episodes of the final season. And that includes 801 Starling City, which premiered Tuesday, October 15th, 2019, followed by 802 Welcome to Hong Kong, which premiered October 22nd, 803 Leap of Faith, which premiered October 29th, and then 804 Present Tense, which premiered November 5th, 2019, all in the CW. I'm recording on November 5th. It's about 10:40 p.m. for me, so under an hour since 804 has finished. Unexpected recording, but not only is 804 the mark of 4 more episodes, well, the crossover is 808, so I figured I'm like halfway there, right? Plus, also, there is a week hiatus, which also happens to land on my reading week, which I'm both disappointed at because the timing of it, but I figured why not do a perfect time to do a video to kind of catch things up. But that's the explanation. But huge spoiler alert, if you haven't seen any of the episodes already, please go do so first and then come back and see what I have to say about the episode. Other video reminders are up on screen, so take a moment to remind yourselves of those. Wow, it's been a while. But I will try to do this in 20 minutes. It's not going to go in depth as I usually do, but it's just going to hit some very key points. I mean, they have to be very prominent points for me to remember 4 episodes worth, right? Because as I said, this was on the cuff of a decision here. So let's start the clock and let's begin with what happened in these episodes. So timeline-wise, in 804, Dinah specifically states that Oliver and Felicity had just left Star City a few months ago for them. And this is when they just found out that not only did Felicity have a daughter shortly after leaving the city, but also just to kind of give a timeline length. So I'm assuming that from the time of 7/22 of when they left, which is like roughly in May for them, I'm assuming from then until like now is how long Oliver's actually been away from Star City. So it's about like 5 months, 6 months now. So that's my assumption there, because Arrow does have the tendency of following the duration of real time when the episodes air and matching it with what happens in the episodes. They're pretty good with that. Instead of episode breakdowns this time, I'm really going to go into episode reminders since I am talking about 4 different episodes. So with 801, this is pretty much Oliver is on Earth 2. So this one, we see him solely there, and we see pretty much a parallel version of season 1 playing out just on Earth 2, and it's like, what, 8 years, 10 years difference for that. And then at the end of it, we do see Earth 2 being destroyed, like everything just wiped out. Black Siren is the sole survivor from Earth, unless there was other people from Earth 2 that were on other Earths at the time. But as far as we know, Black Siren's the sole survivor of that Earth. So there's that. 802, we do see Oliver Diggle and Black Siren in Hong Kong, where they're trying to find a specific scientist that the Monitor needs for his plans to stop the crisis, as he claims, which I'll talk about later. 803, we do see Oliver uncovering the truth about the Monitor actually being the one to cause it and not trying to prevent it. We see him doing this on Lian Yu when he goes to find answers because of the League of Assassins. And then while that's happening, we see Diggle on a rescue mission with Lila to save little Connor and his mom. So there's that. And then 804, tonight's episode, we do see our characters of 2019 colliding with their characters of 2040. So that is William, Mia, and Connor finding themselves back in time in our present day of 2019. And we see the Deathstroke gang being led by Grant Wilson, Slade Wilson's other son. So there's that. So last moments of episode 804 shows the Monitor approaching Black Siren and telling her that in order to restore Earth to her home, she needs to portray Oliver Queen. I really hope she doesn't take that. So there's that. But tidbit-wise, though, in regards to the flash-forward storylines, which are only featured in 802 and 803, they focus heavily on Team Arrow 2.0 trying to stop JJ and his Deathstroke gang. 803 even ended with JJ killing Zoe before our trio got sent to the past. It's still unclear whether or not JJ got sent with them. I would not be surprised because Connor was actually on top of JJ getting ready to kill him when the light took him away. So that could have been like a residual effect of him being pulled with him. who knows, but there's that. We found out in 803 that Thea plans to create a League of Heroes with the help of Talia, and she accepts, so that's something there. And then also at the end of 802, it was revealed that Lila is working for the Monitor. Don't know why, don't know how that came to be, but they've been some speculations, but I'll leave it at that. But let's move on to the most shocking moment of the episode. For 803, I think it has to be the fact that Oliver discovered from his time on Lian Yu and looking through the old scrolls from the League of Assassins that the Monitor is the one that's actually causing the crisis and not the one trying to prevent it like he claims to be. I mean, technically, that's not as surprising because, like, if I remember correctly, the actor playing the Monitor is also supposed to be playing the Anti-Monitor. Like, they're supposed to be, like, mirror opposites or mirror images or opposites to each other. So I'm not really surprised that the guy that we're actually dealing with is maybe the actual Anti-Monitor, or maybe he's been painting the good guy as the bad guy to kind of get people's sway on his side. But that's not surprising to me. When it said that, it's more like, oh, damn it, I knew it. But, like, you know, we want to try to take things at face value, and that's where the twist comes in. But it's not surprising, essentially. But now it does play a whole on with Oliver's idea of, like, if I'm following the bad guy, then, like, everything I sacrificed was for nothing type of thing. And, like, he's actually, instead of helping to save the universe, he's actually helping to kind of destroy it, which is messing with his head, like, you know? So there's that. But the recent most shocking moment would be from 804, and that is the fact that I was actually expecting JJ to be under the mask, but to have it be Grant Wilson, that was shocking to me because I was expecting it to be JJ, and I was kind of waiting for that confrontation of that mask being undone and Diggle seeing that it's his son instead of hearing about it. I was kind of waiting for that to happen and find that it didn't. Now I'm left wondering, well, did JJ actually get sent back to the past with everybody else and whatnot? So there's that. Plus, also, you got to wonder, why were they sent to that point in the past specifically? Were they meant to actually stop the Deathstroke gang, which could or could not be one of the key starts of the downward spiral of Star City? Who knows? I will talk about that later, but that's something right there. But let's go to top 3 favorite moments. It's very hard, but the first one, I should probably have done this separately, but the first one was all the familiar faces. I tried not to spoil myself, especially with it being the final season, as to who I could possibly see. Season premiere, though, that was unavoidable because that's the first episode that everyone is trying to advertise what the final season was. So they're trying to tell you, like, oh, these people are all coming back. So it's, like, understandable. But, like, I've been trying to avoid any other spoilers. So it's been actually kind of fun to see the ones that do pop up. So with 801, on Earth 2, we got to see Tommy Merlin, Moira Queen, Malcolm Merlin, or I guess it's Moira Queen Merlin now because she's married to Malcolm. So that's something there on its own. And then also Adrian Chase being the Green Arrow, or being the Hood on Earth 2. But then that begs the question of what happened to Robert Queen over there, because in season 2 of The Flash, it was revealed that he was the Hood. So there's that. But it was a lot of in that specific episode, there's a lot of callbacks to the pilot episode. And then the subsequent, like, the undertaking, which was the big thing in season 1. So that was pretty cool there to have many callbacks for that, which I'll talk about in a moment as well. 802, we do see the return of Tatsu and also China White when we were back in Hong Kong. So that's something there that I wasn't expecting. And then 803, we do see the return of Thea, Talia al Ghul, and Athena of the Thanatos Guild, all on the purgatory aspect, or the Lian Yu aspect of the episode. So that was something there. And then 804, we got a return from Curtis in the bunker. Just him as the solo return, but we had, like, both 2019 and 2040 characters together. So, like, I wasn't expecting any familiar faces, let alone having one. So I'm good with that. As regards to the actual favorite moments, I'm going to treat it like episodes, essentially. So 804, I will have to say, has to be my favorite so far of the 4 episodes. And then 801 is my second one. Just because 804, it really is the fact that we do have our Arrow 2.0 characters meeting the original OG team. So that was even cool there, and just to see all the different interactions we get. Like, we got many great ones with Oliver and William together. Specifically, I really like when Oliver's like, William, tell me something good about the future, please. And William telling him, like, what his his experimental technology helped grow his company, make him like a millionaire, and he's a mogul and everything. And then to have William actually have the conversation of telling Oliver that he's gay, and then Oliver just telling him that like both he and Felicity already knew and they were waiting for William to be ready to tell them, but then also have Oliver realize that he never got that chance with adult William, or adult William never got the chance to do that. So I thought that was a really great moment there. And then just have all the subsequent moments that happened between them afterwards was just amazing. It's just like, it seems like William was the one out of him and Mia to truly embrace the fact that he has a second chance to know Oliver definitely a little bit better now that he's an adult and knows a little bit more of what his father was going through. So it's just like, I really like that connection there. We also do get to see Oliver trying with Mia and how she's just like, she doesn't, it seems like more of a defense mechanism that she doesn't want to get close to him in case that she's going to have to lose him again type of thing, while William's trying to like take advantage of the second chance he has with him type of thing. So it's like two ends of the spectrum there. But it's very interesting to see the similarities between Oliver and Mia in that aspect. And then even to see him with William too, but like to really see it with Mia was just fun there. It's also great to see the interaction between Black Siren and Mia, and just like how she's trying to talk her out of like picking another way, how Felicity was in that similar situation as well. So it's very interesting to see that, and just Mia getting a different perspective of things as well. So that's something there. And then it was just also interesting to see Curtis interacting with William and then comparing him to Felicity. It's like, it's Holt and Smoke 2.0, and then William just giving him a look like, wait, what? It was just funny. I miss Curtis, and just to have him riffing off William was just pretty cool. The genius tech stuff and things. So there's that. Now, with my second favorite episode being 801, and the whole fact that we're with Starling City, we're seeing Earth 2's version of everything going on. I love that it was nostalgic of season 1. I love all the familiar faces that we got to see, a lot of the callbacks and everything. I also love the fact that it was actually Earth 1 Diggle that was joining Oliver on his mission, and not just Earth 2 Diggle being put in as his new bodyguard. So that was something there, and just having Diggle tell Oliver, like, you're not doing this alone, I'm not letting you do this. You don't have to ask me, because as brothers, I would do this for you. I would do this with you type of thing. So I just really love that nostalgic there type of moment, just reaffirming the bond between them. So that's something there. But yeah, just seeing Tommy again was fantastic. Seeing Black Siren taking on the mantle of Black Canary. I should really start calling her that now. It's still weird for me to just call her Laurel, even though she is Laurel, but I still associate that being Earth 1 Laurel, you know? But it's just great to see her, not only with the shorter haircut, but also taking on the Black Canary mantle, having a little black and a little bit of yellow showing in on her uniform. Also with Diggle, his Spartan uniform, he has green now on his uniform, if you don't, on the actual vest and stuff. It's not just the lights in his helmet and everything. So I thought it was pretty cool there. But anyways, going off topic. So that's something there. And then my final favorite moment, I'd have to say, would have to be 803, and that's specifically the reunion between Oliver and Thea. Just them catching it, because they haven't shared a scene together since episode 616. And I'm not counting Thea's cameo in that interview in 712, the whole documentary thing. I'm not counting that, because that was just like an interview. So it's been a while since, I mean, technically it's only been like a year and a bit since Oliver and Thea last saw each other, but like still, like 616 versus 804 is like, or 803 is like, wow. But I really like the chance that they got the opportunity to catch things up to really like be truthful and honest with each other. And when they had to say goodbye to each other, it's like, it hurt, because like I don't know if that's gonna be like the final scene that they see each other before the series ends, or if they're just setting up for the possibility like, oh, one of them might die. Everyone's assuming it's going to be Oliver, which I don't blame them. But it's like, just to see like them getting choked up over the fact that one of us has got to let go first. And then like Oliver being like on the verge to like almost crying when he's hugging his sister. It's like, I don't blame him, man. It's like a big goodbye letter for this whole season. But it's just like to really feel that. It's just like, wow. But like, yeah, having that reunion there was pretty great for them as well. Moving on to top 3 peeved moments. I do not have a peeve. I honestly am enjoying this season so far. It's just like, I mean, there might be some tiny things, but because I'm talking about 4 episodes on the spot here, I'm not looking back on any of my notes that I did for 8, 1, 2, and 3. So it's really off the top of my head. I don't remember anything from that bothered me. And then from tonight's episode, nothing bothered me as much. It was just like the good really outweighed the bad of it. So, which is great and everything, right? The only peeve I could say that I would have is if there were any continuity issues with the Flash in regards to what's happening with the Crisis. But they'd be small concerns. But at this point of me recording right now, I haven't watched 603 or 604 or 605 that just aired tonight. I've only watched the 2 episodes of the new season, and that's because of school reasons. I have to do that maybe within this next week. But so yeah, I don't even know if did I mention it? I'll mention it in random questions, but like I don't know if like what's happening in Arrow and what we have found out about the upcoming Crisis, if that's still connected to what's happening on Flash, and they're trying to uncover what's going on with the Crisis. I know in 602, Barry found the actual date of when the Crisis is supposed to happen, and he's actually seen it. So it's like, I gotta watch that and figure out continuity-wise, if anything. I'll probably do a video for containing the first 5 episodes of The Flash, considering I do have reading week next week. And Flash also goes on a 1-week break as well. So perfect timing right there. So I might do something like that. And I'll talk about it in that video as well, whether or not continuity sticks or not. So there's that. But let's move on to random questions, because it does talk about the Flash briefly. And the first question is the fact that in 802, it confirmed that Earth 2 does not exist anymore. Like, there's not even a choice to breach to it. The extrapolator just doesn't register it anymore. So I'm wondering what happened to Harry and Jesse Wells from Earth 2, characters we all know from The Flash, because I'm not caught up with it. I don't know if 603 and onward has mentioned the fact that Earth 2 is no more. Like, did Oliver like update Barry and the team about that once he found out and returned to Earth 1? So it's just like, that's the continuity I was talking about in the peeve a moment ago, that could be an issue if they haven't addressed that yet. So that would be something there that would really need to find out if it's known in Earth 1 of characters that those 2 might not be an option anymore, which would be truly sad, because I did want to see those 2 again. But a question from 804 is the fact that I'm wondering, it's not really a question, or kind of, but I'm wondering how long before Oliver and Diggle find out and react to the fact that Mia and Connor have dated or have had relations with each other before. I really want to see the protective dad moments in regards to the personal lives. Not about them being in the field and being in danger, but more of like the dating aspect. So that's something that's going to be funny there. And then also for 804, a question I did have is the fact that if you know about my time travel issues, then you can anticipate what this question is regarding. And that is, if our flash forward characters were to return to 2040, do you think it would be a different future that they're returning to, or did they not prevent the major event that's supposed to happen in 2019 that starts their time's spiral down the toilet? Because if it's not them stopping the Deathstroke gang, which William thinks is what started the beginning of the end for the future, they stopped it, so theoretically it should at least give them a different type of future. If they go back and it's still the same future, then that's insinuating the fact that it wasn't the Deathstroke gang that started it all. So that's something there. I'm wondering which case it would be, because it's easy to assume that it's the Crisis that changed everything. So, which makes sense. So it's still going to be their future until those events happen, right? Unless they change it and them being there. It's that whole paradox thing, because if they end up staying and they change their future, then they're probably going to get erased like Nora had done in 522 of The Flash, when she ended up changing her future so drastically. Spoiler alert right there. So I'm wondering what that's going to be about. But then also there's rumors about the fact that Mia is supposed to be taking part in a potential spin-off with Dinah and Laurel. So in order for that to happen, it's either going to take place in 2040 or Mia is stuck in 2019. So we got to wait and see about that. Also, another question I did think about And I think I'm going to blank on this one again. I think I'm truly going to be blanking on this one. What the fuck was that question going to be? I'm totally blanking, but if I remember it while I'm editing it, it'll be on screen right now and you'll have to pause. So take note of what's on screen right now. So let's move on to predictions very quickly. Based off the promo for 805, it is showing that the episode is going to return November 19th. Again, 1 week hiatus. So that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I got 2 assignments due that day. So take it what you will. That doesn't affect you, it affects me. Anyways, we do see Team Arrow 2.0 is still in 2019, so thank God it wasn't just for the 1 episode. But we do see Oliver and Mia heading to Moscow to go undercover in a fight club to acquire a piece that they need for their weapon against the Monitor. Someone gets shot, and it's said the trailer has set it up to be either Mia or Oliver, and they're reacting to each other. But you can't tell who got shot and who's reacting to that. So that's something there. But I cannot fucking wait for that father-daughter fight club team up that the promo just teased. Because like I'm so waiting for that. Because we got introduced to Mia being Black Star, who was a Fight Club undefeated champion. Like, that's kind of redundant what I just called her. But, like, you know what I mean? So it's like something like that. But then also, with Team Arrow 2.0 still in 2019, do you think that is how they'll be able to be a part of the Crisis event? Because I've been hearing some speculations, the fact that they are part of the Crisis crossover. So that will be something there. Oh, my question. I just remembered it. And there goes the timer. Thank you, ding dong. The question was the fact that, yeah, I'll still say it now. Yeah, I'll say it now instead of going backwards. But the question was the fact that Mia kept on saying to Oliver that, like, he abandoned her and, like, he chose to be a hero instead of being with his family. And, like, is this before or after she found out that he left to try to stop the destruction of the universe? Because I can understand, like, she grew up believing that he just left and she never knew about the Monitor and his mission from the Monitor to help save the multiverse. I can understand that. But if she's still blaming him for abandoning her to play the hero, yet still knowing that he did that because being the hero meant saving the multiverse, I'm just trying to figure out, well, is she just a selfish princess then to think that, oh, you're not going to stay with me and let the whole multiverse rot? Or does she truly still not aware of the fact that he left to save the multiverse and that's why he had to leave her and Felicity behind? Because it's very different. If she's calling him out on abandoning her and she's aware of why he did that and still calling him out on it, then it's like, wow, a little selfish much. But then at the same time, she's doing it and she doesn't know why he truly left, then okay, I can forgive her. I mean, I'm just asking. But yeah, I don't know why I called her a selfish princess. She's no princess at all. But yeah, sorry about that. But anyways, the synopsis though, for 805, let's get back to that. As of this recording, it hasn't been posted yet. Usually the synopsis goes up on Thursday or Fridays on Futon Critic. So I gotta wait and see about that when I edit this. If it is, it's up on screen. Pause it if you want to fully read it. But otherwise, because it is technically 2 weeks out, it may or may not be out this Thursday. I'll have to wait and see. But again, it's up on screen. Pause it, read it, do what you will. Now, before we get right into it and end it off there, spoiler alert if you want to read, but they have revealed that 2 returns for the final season. So if you want, don't listen or go to the very end, but spoiler alert. On November 1st, Stephen Amell revealed that Emily Beck Rickards, aka Felicity, will return for the series finale. I'm both thrilled by this, but then a little disappointed because then that means she's not part of the crossover, and I really want her to be a part of the crossover. But yeah, otherwise, then if that was the case, she'd have to be part of the last 3 episodes because crossover is episode 808. And the finale is 810, as you know. But I'm glad we got 1, at least. But I'm wondering how we're going to get her. Because are we going to get 2019 Felicity? Or are we going to get Felicity of 2040 who went off into that portal with the Monitor at the end of 722? And we still don't know where that portal took. I refuse to believe that he took her to her death to meet Oliver. I believe that future Oliver is somewhere on another Earth doing God knows what. And he can't return home. And he took her there to reunite with him over there. That is what my head canon is telling me, but it'd be interesting to see which Felicity we get to see in the finale. So there's that. And also yesterday, November 4th, it was revealed that Paul Blackthorne, aka Quentin Lance, will return for multiple episodes. Now, as we know, Earth 1 Quentin died. But because now we're having past coming, or future coming to the present, we can also have past coming to the present. We can have a whole bunch of things, multi-Earths. So we do not know which version of Quentin Lance we're going to get. And I'm so excited to see how they do this and how they pretty much, yeah, if it's a new Quentin, how are they going to incorporate it? And if it's old Quentin that's coming up in like at a different time, it's like, wow. So I'm super excited about this. But yeah. But otherwise, guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. But I really want to hear about your comments about the final season, what you think about it, what do you think is going to happen next. Please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear all about that. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. If you want, check out my Tumblr page. The link for that is down below. I reblog, promos, web clips, quotes, gifs, synopses, news, all that good stuff, all found in one place. Go check that out. I am behind. Granted, I'm in school again, so please take it easy on me. I mean, to be fair, next week, reading week, is halfway through my first term, so that's something, but I am having fun, and it's a lot better than the first round of school I had. So there's that. But anyways, we're getting off topic. WordPress account, link for that is down below. Anything I post online is connected to WordPress. It's a little more organized, a little more detailed, but still in work in progress once again. Again, a little behind on that as well. Again, school is taking up my time. I mean, if anything, right now I should technically still be brushing up on the plan I have to direct one of my production projects that's starting tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that, but like I'm super like nervous too. So it's like racking around my brain. So at least this is like taking my mind off things a little bit, which is good. But anyways, to the point that I'm forgetting what I'm supposed to say next. But yeah, all the links will be down in the description box below, but I'll leave it at that. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. It's been a while. I do admit that. But I hope you guys come back to see what to say, not only about my next videos, but I think for Arrow, the next one I will talk about will be about the crisis. So be on the lookout for that. But otherwise, do check out my Flash video that I do plan to cover for the first 5 episodes of the season, because Reading Week will allow me to do that. And I might talk a little bit about Arrow, depending on if it actually talks about Earth 2 on the Flash. We'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Also, if you want, let me know what you guys think about Batwoman down in the comments down below, because in 804, they did mention Gotham PD when they sent Grant Wilson there for higher police protection. So Batwoman, I'm liking so far. So I'm wondering what you guys think about that down below. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you come back, see what to say about the next episode. You know the drill. Sorry if I said it 3 times already. But this is Mel. Wish you all a great day, great week wherever you are. And I gotta go. Bye.